Welcome back everybody. I haven't done much crafting today. I've been decorating, so I've done that wall there. Got that all prepped and ready and wallpapered, but I've run out now because I need to do that wall over there. So I need to get some more paper. But we've picked this one and I think it's really lovely. We've got to obviously paint the room, but this is just 2 accent walls. It's Jacobean gold. So it's, yeah, Jacobean gold. Hello everyone, it's me again. Yes, I got a lovely meter of this spotty one, so I can carry on with it and get some more squares done. But if you remember, or if you're new here, that's what I am doing at the moment. I'm making a patchwork quilt for our bedroom, which is green, a dark green. So there you go, look at that. It's very pretty with the roses in the middle. I'm going to now cut. I've got like a, I don't know if you can see that. I've got a diagram going on. Bit 3 out of the bit that I had left, so that's good. So I'm now going to cut these. So how has your crafting week been? Right, I've managed to get 3 squares out of the little bit that I had left. 1 out of my nice big piece of fabric. Fabric is lovely. It's a rose and hubble. You can see they all the right size. Yep, right. Yep, lovely. Right, we now need 1 of C, which is this one, the beautiful. I think this is also a rose and hubbard. They make beautiful fabrics. So let's carry on with that. This is, no, this isn't Rose and Hubbard. I can't think. I've trimmed off the label, I think, on this one. Yeah, I mean, obviously cotton. It's just, I'm going to be putting on Valentine's towel. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off and make it so then I've got more sort of spreadable. A spreadable bit and then put it round that way.
show you when Valentine is all finished with hopefully some lovely pictures.
Today I'm going to continue on with my chimney pots that I'm making for the doll's house. They're just tubes at the moment and they're dry, made out of air dry clay, and I'm going to sort of try and do a rim and stuff like that, but I need to condition my clay first, which is I like to have nice and soft, so just a little bit of water to knead it nice and softly, and then I find it easier to work with. But I wrapped some clay around some batteries, some AA batteries, dead ones, and then just sliced it off, let the two halves dry, and then glued them together. And that's how I got the tube. Wetting my hands, got some water off, picture here, and then just rubbing it on and squeezing it in just to really make it nice and soft and easy to work with. This is just the normal one that you buy, and I can't think of the name, is it Dash something or other, and I could have got it in terracotta, but I already had this. I'm going to work on a little bit, and while I'm working on this little bit I pop it in there so that I don't have any of it drying out on me. But I want some kind of rim. I'm really not quite sure what kind of rim I'm going to do, but I'm just going to wet the dry clay to give it something to key to, and then roll this out. Long enough to go round and just harmonic sort of over the rim. There's ones that I've seen have had like a rim around the top, so that's what I'm going to work on, a rim around the top there. If your fingers start sticking to it, you just wet them and then they'll slide round, just like with pottery. So I'm just gonna wet the rim and then put this on. Switch it on, just go round the top. There you go. I think that was what I was kind of looking for. Oops. And so you can do it roughly and then it will sand really well. See, now that isn't level, but when I come to sand it, hopefully it will work out better. I might try my little brush, see if that will smooth it in. A little bit of water. Because I don't want it popping off when it's dry and I go to sand it and it hasn't adhered properly and then it pops off. Right, wet the toothpick and see whether that will help. Bring it in a bit better. Right, I'll come back when I've done a little bit more to show you how they've turned out. I've put their little ridges on. I don't know if you can see. Put their little ridges on. They're the two big ones and the two small ones. I need to let them dry now and then I'll sand them and smarten them up a bit. That's that for the minute while it dries.
Here's the shrub that went over in the wind. Lucky enough, it didn't snap off. We managed to get it back up again. It damaged the Rebecca a little bit, but it was okay, just a couple of flowers. But we've now secured it with, it was only secured with 2 nails, but we've now put 4 screws on each side to support it a bit better. The screws, and I've also strapped it to the fence posts on either side. So I'm really hoping that now won't blow over again. But oh, that was horrible. It was a shock. But it could have been a lot worse. As I say, I felt right down the bottom there. It feels okay. It doesn't feel as if it got damaged, but I didn't get any footage because we literally just rushed out, and it was like, oh please don't be snapped. But yeah, I think it survived. I think these are little plums. They're so tiny but juicy, according to my husband. They're coming from next door, but they're dropping all over the place. But I'm sure the birds will enjoy them. I'm not quite sure what these are called, but they look lovely blowing in the wind. See, all these been blocked off. They have been busy this year, so hopefully they'll overwinter well and hatch out and be good pollinators. Lovely. Some rest of little flowers, and another little one here which is new this year, so I don't think this one has any residence in it at the moment. Little fly sitting on there, but yeah, it's very pretty, and hopefully they'll make use of it. That's another crafting week under my belt. I know it seems as if I'm jumping from one craft to another and gardening and decorating, but that's how I roll. That's how my brain rolls. It likes to be dipping into different things, so it may seem a bit confusing, but I'm just documenting my week, what I get up to, which is this, that, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I've enjoyed my crafting week and my gardening week. So apart from the disaster that thankfully wasn't too bad in the end, it looked a lot worse than it was when the shrub came down and was laying on the lawn. But as I say, it didn't snap, so it survived. Till next time, happy crafting, take care, bye for now.